the Washington Commanders. What do you think, Roach? See or no?
It's all right. I was starting to get used to the Washington football team, so I don't
Yeah.
know, man.
Yeah, Washington football team, when that first came out, everyone said, "What? You don't even have a name? That's weird." But then it grew on
Yeah.
everybody. And now they're the
Mm-hmm.
Washington Commanders, and it sounds goofy again. But I don't know. Maybe because it's brand new, we think it's weird, and maybe it'll grow on us. But I don't know. I don't know about this. But nonetheless, Washington, not only do you have a brand new name, but you have a brand new quarterback in Carson Wentz, who you just traded for. Kind of a gamble, though. Wouldn't you think?
It's a very big gamble. We kind of saw him flame out at the end, losing that game to the Jags for the Colts. So we'll see what Wentz has got this year.
Yeah, everyone was hyped about Carson Wentz going to Indianapolis, and I thought it would be good too. Great offensive line, good running game and everything. Even some pretty talented wide receivers, but didn't amount to shit. But now he's here in Washington. He's got a good wide receiving core. He's got Scary Terry, Dotson, who they just drafted, Curtis Samuel. If this wide receiving core stays healthy, it's talented. I like it a whole lot.
Absolutely.
And Antonio Gibson, good running back. He played through some injuries last year. Offensive line, probably middle of the pack this year. But, yeah, a lot hinges on Carson Wentz's playability. And if at some point he loses his job, who's going to be the next guy?
Who?
Heineke?
Tyler
Sam
Heineke
Howell?
again? The pick out at UNC? I don't know, man.
Could be. And the front seven. Last year, the front seven really disappointed. The defense as a whole disappointed a whole lot of people.
Yeah.
Especially if you picked them up in fantasy. But I think it's going to bounce back. When you look at last year, Montez Sweat and Chase Young, they combined to miss 15 total games last season. So if this front seven stays healthy, you look at the talent: Chase Young, Darren Payne, Jonathan Allen, Montez Sweat. Hopefully Jamin Davis, picks things up here this season. Ton of talent right there in that front seven. I think it's bouncing back this year, and they're going to have a pretty decent year in the defense.
I would agree with you with that. That secondary could be really solid this year.
But as you guys see down below, you see the schedule. We're going to go from weeks 1 all the way through 18 and try to predict your record. We'll also give a ceiling and a floor. Commander fans, it just sounds so weird. Commander fans, let us know what your record's going to be as we play along here. And if you have any hot takes at the end, I want to know about them. I want to talk about them.
Yeah.
So here we go. You ready?
Let's do it.
Week number 1 at home to start the season against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Rocha, Doug Peterson is now their head coach over there in Jacksonville. He knows this team pretty well.
A familiar foe, being with the Eagles, won the Super Bowl championship. But the Commanders, in my opinion, are a little bit better team than the Jags, especially defensively. So I'm going to go to the Commanders that win the opening game here in week 1.
Yeah? Okay. Me too. I'm going Washington to win this game as well to start the season.
All right.
Week number 2 on the road against the Detroit Lions. This is a really intriguing game to me, honestly, because the Lions got better in the offseason. Washington's a pretty decent team, depending on Carson Wentz's play. Depending on Jared Goff's play, the Detroit Lions, they could win quite a bit of games this year. They were in a bunch of close games last year. So this is a pretty good game for me. But I'm going to go Washington to edge them out. And it's going to be a really good test for the offensive line of the Detroit Lions, because in the trenches, this is going to be a war. The front seven, that defensive line of Washington against one of the top offensive lines going into the season of Detroit. It's going to be a battle, but I will go Washington.
That might be the number one matchup to look out for in this game. Should be a competitive battle, but I'm also going to go the Washington football team. Excuse me, the Washington Commanders here in week 2.
Week number 3, Washington hosting the Eagles. Divisional game. Carson Wentz playing against his former team.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going Eagles. No, you know what? Fuck it. Give me an upset. Give me the Washington to win this one. I'll go Washington.
A 3-0 start for the Commanders, eh?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'm going to go Washington right here.
Carson Wentz's former team, the team that said, you know what, we're done. We're rolling with Jalen Hurts. Josh has got me on this Eagles bandwagon this year. Sorry, Commander fans. I'm going the Philadelphia Eagles here in week 3. They're the better team. They should get the job done.
They are a better team. They should probably win this game. And they have probably the best offensive line going into this season, too. So they can protect Jalen Hurts. But, I don't know, maybe it might take some time for Jalen Hurts to get acquainted with his new wide receiving weapon in A.J. Brown and everything. So, I'm going to feel upset here.
All right.
Week 4, on the road against the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going Dallas.
Dallas is the better team. They should win this matchup. And Dallas, I'm going Cowboys.
Week 5, at home against the Titans. Titans, for me, took a step back in this offseason. I'm going Washington.
Ooh, okay. The Titans season is going to rely on how good Ryan Tannehill will be this year. And I think he'll be good enough in this game to go into Washington, FedEx Field, down there in Maryland, and get the W.
Week 6 on Thursday Night Football against the Bears. All right. Get those biases going in the chat because I'm taking Chicago Bears to win this one. Even though maybe we probably shouldn't. Here's the thing, though, about this game. Our offensive line has talent, Roach. But it depends on the health of guys like Larry Borom, Tevin Jenkins. The interior is not too bad. It's got talent, but it has to prove itself. And I think this is a really damn good test for them to prove themselves here. And I think defensively, the Chicago Bears could do well enough against Washington's offense. So give me the win here on Thursday night in Chicago.
Man, oh man, this is going to be a fun matchup to watch. You always know we're streaming, Josh is streaming primetime games right here on the Sports Series. So you know he'll be live for this, especially because it's the Bears. And Josh, I got the Bears winning this game. This should be a good test for both of these teams. Like you said, your offensive line versus that defensive line. I think Justin Fields here in his second year will pull up the W in prime time.
Hey, let's get it. Hey, you know what? And if you guys win, come join the live stream and talk that shit. You'll learn it. You guys could win that game. Week 7. At home against the Green Bay Packers. Yeah, I'm taking Green Bay. Too good.
I'm sorry, but there's not much to say about this game. The Packers should be able to win this game.
God, but please beat them. Please beat them. You guys sometimes play them pretty well, so beat them. Week 8 on the road against the Indianapolis Colts. Carson Wentz going against his former team, Indy. I'm gonna go with the Colts at home.
The talent level for the Colts is going to be really good this year. Matt Ryan is definitely an upgrade over Carson Wentz over there in Indianapolis. And I'm going to go the Colts at home to get the W.
Indy's going to want that win. Week 9 at home versus the Purple People Fuckers. Minnesota. I hate to say it, but they're going to win this game.
Ooh. With their new head coach over there, he's going to raise that talent level on that offense that's always already great to even greater level. And I think it'll be too much for the Washington Commanders defense to handle. I'm going the purple fuckers, Josh.
Week 10 on the road against the Eagles on Monday Night Football. Going Eagles.
So I had the Eagles going into FedEx to get the W, right? Early in the season?
Yeah.
I'm calling it Upset City here on Monday Night Football Week 10. I got you guys, the Commanders, walking into the link, getting the W. You guys here for me have lost 5 in a row. Y'all need a big-time W, and it's here where you guys will get it.
All right. Week 11 on the road against the Texans. Oh, if you guys lose this game, I don't know what the hell to tell you. Listen, Texans are a work in progress. You should win this. Give me Washington.
Josh, coming off this big win against the Eagles, Washington's going to have a letdown game against the Texans. I'm sorry.
Get out. Are you serious?
I got the Texans winning. I just feel like you guys are going to get off this hypeness of the Eagles winning. Be like, all right, let's get this rolling. And you guys have a letdown game against arguably the worst team in the NFL. Hey, don't roast me too hard for this pick, guys. Sorry.
Roja, I think you could line up under center and beat the Texans with the Washington Commanders.
It's Carson Wentz. He lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars when they needed to make the playoffs. So anything can happen with Wentz.
Okay. Week 12 at home versus the Falcons. Don't tell me the Falcons are beating the Commanders.
They're not. Washington's going to bounce back after their worst loss of the season with a team that's going to be almost as worse as the Texans. You guys will bounce back with a W here.
Yeah, Washington wins. Week 13 on the road against the New York Football Giants. First matchup between y'all. Mm-hmm. I'm going Giants here.
I'm going to go ahead and agree with Josh. The Giants are going to be a good team, but they seem to play y'all pretty well. So at home, I'm going to get the Giants with the win.
Yeah. Week 14's a bye week. Off of the bye week in Week 15,
wow.
Washington facing back-to-back against the Giants. You guys get the win here at home. Split the series.
I'm going to go ahead and agree with this gentleman over here. You guys will be able to split with the Giants.
Week 16 on the road versus this guy's 49ers. Who wins?
Can we get a hashtag double bias in the comment section or in the chat?
My God. Right now they're like, these fucking guys, they have our team losing to their teams.
Mm-hmm.
And watch them beat us.
Yeah.
Both times.
The talent level is just way more far and better. At least offensively
I don't know about way better.
At least offensively better with us, okay? The defense is going to be really good.
I mean, what if Trey Lance is a bum this year?
Trey Lance won't be a bum, and at home, he's going to defend home field and beat the Washington Commanders.
I think this will be a closer game than you think, but I will go with the 49ers to win this one.
You better.
And this is a Saturday game, too. This is a Saturday game. That's going to be on Christmas Eve. That's why. Oh, Christmas Eve game.
Yep, Christmas Eve game. That's right.
Oh, okay. Week 17. At home versus the Browns. You think Deshaun Watson plays this game? You think he'll be playing?
I do. It does. At this time of the recording, it doesn't sound like it's going to be a full season suspension.
Oh, my God. Give me the Browns.
If Deshaun Watson's playing this game, I think the Browns can handle y'all. If he doesn't, and you guys have to face with Josh Rosen or Jacoby Brissett, you guys definitely have a chance at this game. But for me, I'm going to say Deshaun Watson plays this game and the dog pound. Going to beat you guys.
That should be a clip. Week 18 to end the season at home versus the Cowboys. And I'm going to have Dallas sweeping y'all.
The only way the Cowboys don't sweep Washington right here is if the Cowboys lock down the division and lock down a certain seed. Otherwise, let's bring out the brooms, Josh. Come on, sweep with me. This is a sweep for both of us. I had the Cowboys.
All right. There it is. And my record for you guys to end the season is 7-10. Yours?
5-12.
Oh!
5-12. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say that's my floor.
Okay.
5-12. My ceiling, though, is... Let's see. Let's go through these games. You split with Dallas. 8 wins. You beat Cleveland. Possible.
Yeah.
9 wins.
They beat your team, Josh?
You beat Minnesota. 10 wins.
What about your team?
Chicago. I'm going to say the fucking ceiling for this team, the absolute ceiling, if Carson Wentz is decent, he's good this year, you guys stay healthy, I'm going to go 10 wins. That's my ceiling.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Josh on the ceiling. I like even if Carson Wentz is good, I just there's just
At his
such a
best, he's like meh.
yeah
At this
exactly.
point, at this point.
Yeah, I mean he had an MVP. Well, he would have had an MVP, but he tore his ACL. He just his gird is not good enough. So really, it's hard to find wins besides that Chicago game for me. If Cleveland doesn't have Deshaun Watson, I think you guys could sweep the Giants. So for me, the ceiling is 10 wins, and the floor. I mean, for me, it can't get much worse. I'll say this is about the floor. Maybe 4 losses is your floor.
Okay. And there it is. Let us know what your record is. If you have any hot takes, again, I want to hear about them, so let us know. Hit that thumbs up for us. Best of health, best of luck in the season. I'll see you guys week 6.
I'll see y'all week 16, baby.
All right, see you then. Bye-bye.